Usually I record and upload videos, but today I'm going to try out a little live. Why not? I've got the function to be able to, so I thought I'd flip the camera on and see who's about it this time in the morning. So if there is anybody out there, good morning. Hope you have a wonderful Saturday and a brilliant weekend ahead. So what am I doing this morning? Well, basically I didn't want to waste the day, so as soon as my eyes opened, morning sir. Sorry about that, just had to adjust my phone. Yeah, I didn't want to waste the day, so as soon as I got up, well, realistically, as soon as my eyes opened, I got up, had a wash, made a brewski, put it in the thermos, and I thought, you know what, let's go for a walk. I wanted to touch on a few places I used to go to as a kid. So today, I have a little walk through some forest land. I mean, it's not a vast amount of forest land, but what I'm doing today is, a lot of you will know, it's kind of peak foraging season. So what I'm actually doing is just coming to have a walk around and just see what's growing in the undergrowth. I mean, we've got a pathway here. I'm not exactly sure where it leads to. Well, I know where it eventually leads to, but I'm just not sure how it gets there. So again, you know, I'm not an expert in any of this. I've seen a few videos recently of, you know, people foraging and living off the land. So I thought, you know what, why not do a little bit of research, you know, become more of a learned man, and just go for a stroll and see if there's anything that I can pick up. Good morning, Totally Not Stack Boy. Thank you for joining me on this fine Saturday morning. Hope you are well. So yeah, I thought I'd just come out and see what's about, see if there's any fun fungi about, see if there's any normal fungi about. But more than anything, it's just about getting up in the morning and not wasting your day. Hey, Totally Not Sack Boy, don't you worry about me not having any viewers. Realistically, I'm here for myself, like just trying to enjoy life and try and enjoy these beautiful crisp autumn mornings. So I appreciate the wonderful thought and the lovely comment, but honestly, don't feel bad, because I'm a fairly new YouTube creator, and I'm just seeing what happens, to be honest. I see a few more people have dropped in at the moment, so good morning everybody. Hope you are doing fantastic today. Have to admit, it's such a lovely day this morning. Yes, it's cloudy, but it's autumn, or fall if you will. And like I say, there's nothing better than bringing out a lovely flask of English brewed tea, milk, 2 sugars, just as the monarch requested themselves. So as we can see, the vegetation is getting a little thicker now, and again, I am not entirely sure where this leads to, but thankfully I have on the walking boots, I have on a nice thick pair of cargo trousers, so hopefully shouldn't get stung, shouldn't get bitten, shouldn't get scraped by thorns, because We do have a lot of, is it blackthorn round here? Very, very vicious, very vicious. So now we're just coming out onto a little playing field where, in all honesty, I'm not too sure where I've come out. You know, earlier on that I said, oh, I know where this leads exactly. Oh, there's the motorway. I know where I am. Yeah, I know exactly where I am. See, now the question is, I mean, it's not really a question. I should really look in this woodland here. Blistering Barnacles Adventures, my brother from another mother. How are we, sir? I bet this is a little bit strange for you as, well, I've never done a live before, so thank you for joining. I appreciate the support, the continued support, may I add. Thank you for being here, brother. How is your Saturday going this morning? Hopefully it's wunderbar. Now, as I've just come into the canopy a little bit, it has gone slightly darker. So if the quality of the video wanes a little bit, I apologise. But like I say, I am out here looking for things I can forage. So looking for mushrooms, looking for any autumn berries. Let me just set my drink down a second. Make sure it doesn't fall. There we are. And as he says that, it drops on the floor and he loses most of his tea. Hopefully this thing's not broken because it's new. So where am I, BBA? I'm just in a bit of wooded area, not so far from my house. Again, just wanted to make the most of these beautiful mornings. So yeah, just coming out, seeing what I can find. But I do apologise, I'm going to have to try and wipe down my thermos, so give me a moment. Just covered in mulch and dead leaves. But never mind, we are back. Again, folks, thank you very much for the support. I kind of didn't expect to have anyone on so early. So I do appreciate everyone. So for a moment, let's just come out of that woodland and just appreciate nature for a hot minute. Because as we all know, we can have bad days, we can have really bad days, we can have good days. But the main thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is just appreciate, you know, the little things in life. Nature, health, life itself. Oh, as you can tell, nearly went down a pothole. But I mean, look at this. Not a single soul out here other than me and you two wonderful people in the chat. So anyway, that's enough about my morning so far. What is everybody up to today? Anything special? Any plans? Is it a chilled one? Is it one with family? Get in the comments, let me know. I'm really interested to know what people are up to today. Now, ironically, I may end up getting myself a little bit lost. I think I know where this way peers out, so let's head over yonder. Deary me. Excuse me. A little bit of brew went down the wrong hole. I've got to admit as well, this is the first time that I've actually put these hiking boots through anything strenuous, anything extremely wet. So let's see if the new release of the original stock is up to par. I do love these mornings. Dew on the grass, crisp in the air. You know what? It reminds me of just been, speaking of mushrooms, bah, 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 bah. I mean, look, again, my my knowledge on fungi is very limited and very poor. But this is a very good sign, because if there's one mushroom, there's more mushrooms. Because they just love this time of year. And the thing with mushrooms is, like, ironically, all of them are quite magical if you think about it. You know, the way that spores release, and you know, within a day or two, these things germinate, grow, and then wilt down back into the earth. So they are weird entities, really. I mean, I try and compare them to other things in life, like plant matter and human matter. But to be quite honest, they're actually closer to human matter than they are plant matter, because of the way they eat to sustain and grow. You know, plants use photosynthesis, whereas fungi use the eating method. And look, I know I sound like an absolute moron right now, but look, this is what happens when people just get into a hobby and they don't know anything about it. So yeah, let me try and see where I am now, which building's that, because if it's the one I'm thinking of, I need to flick a left. But there's no harm in going to have a look, is there? No harm at all. Not doing anything illegal. This is all public ground. Oi, oi, oi. Have a look around this birch. Not that many mushrooms like birch, but you can never be too sure. Again, I just want you all to know that I'm not looking for anything in particular. I'm just out here seeing, being autumn, most of like the summer berries have obviously died off and backed off. But this is such a wonderful time of year for anything in the fungi family. Again, I wanna have a walk through there, but yeah, it's gonna get a little dark. I've also got my rose tinted glasses on. Not the not the ironic rose tinted glasses. I'm actually wearing rose tinted glasses. So yeah, I'm by the flats, which means I am so disorientated at the moment. This is what annoys me. This is what annoys me. So obviously we've got private property here gated off. That's fine. That's all fine. Now, unless somebody's actually living here and just grifting and, you know, living like Frodo Baggins, like, people have just dashed these here just to fucking leave them. Apologies for my language, but it really annoys me. Really does. If you've got something you don't want, sort it out. Don't just throw it in the park. Anyway, that's enough of me ranting about people that can't dispose of litter and whatnot themselves. Anyway, let's continue. Again, I don't really know what this live was really all about. I just wanted to test it out. I wanted to you know, just see if I could do it straight from the YouTube app, because I did download Streamlabs for my phone and try to do it through there, but some unauthenticated message come up. So yeah, I'm gonna have to read into that and try and figure out how I can stream through Streamlabs. But you know, at least with the YouTube app, I can see people talking. I can see how many's in there. I can see that I've got 2 likes. Thank you very much. I'm assuming that was BBA and totally not Sackboy. So thank you for the likes, brothers, or brothers and sisters. Let's not Let's not discount anyone, shall we? So right, gonna just come past this field again, and well, I say field, I mean it's not massive. BBA, you are an absolute star. You know this, I know this, the whole community knows this. Thank you, brother, I appreciate that, really do. And again, not really sure what my battery is saying. Let me just see if I can double check. 66%, not bad at all. So yeah, just out and about, see if I can get like a half an hour live in, see if people enjoy it, see if I enjoy it, see how it gets uploaded, and yeah, just figure out the process of going live, because I'll be honest with you guys, I do love and I do enjoy making videos. I know it's been over a month now since my last one. I do really enjoy, you know, making videos, but for me, I'm all about the rawness. I don't want to really have to sit there and edit out like mistake after mistake, or stitch two scenes together, or find the perfect transition from one from the other. I just want to give it to you as as I see it. Like, again, I've probably mumbled a lot in this live, but that's what you're going to get with me. So yeah, if you enjoy it, consider subscribing, hit that like button, smash the bell so you get notifications and you don't miss any future uploads or lives, all that good stuff. It's free, it helps the content creator and it helps the community grow. So if you could, that would be absolutely outstanding. BBA, what's editing? So I love the way that you look at content creating. It's actually inspirational. Nerd UK, good morning, brother. It's good to have you aboard. How are we with this fine Saturday? You've just logged in at probably a good point. So I'm about to try and go downhill with phone in one hand and brewski in the other. So if I go arse over tit, I want to see those laughing emojis in the chat. No lie, because it would be funny. Actually, to be fair, it's not bad. It's actually, we've got a couple of decent steps to go down, so yeah, I should be fine. I should be fine. Right, let's go. Let's go a little bit sideways. Oosh, there we go. Look at that. I'm gonna have to get a bit of speed up as I'm already gravity's taking over. Whee. There we go. Sorry about the crazy camera there. Alright, so this is field numero dos, which might be the right kind of Spanish or maybe the wrong kind of Spanish, but anyway, that building there, I don't know if I can, oh, I can zoom in, look at that, way! That building there is currently under repair. It's a local Greek Orthodox school, I believe. It has changed. It's changed over the decades to many things, but at the moment I believe it's a Greek Orthodox school, which for them is great. You know, they're just away from the hustle and bustle, although I do say the hustle and bustle, that is the M6 motorway there, which I am only 5 minutes away from junction 6 of the M6. So Nerd UK, if you're wondering where I am a few minutes away from Spaghetti Junction, hence the M6 just in front of me. Probably turning into a hotel. BBA, the less I say about that, my brother, the better. You know my stance. If the world wants to know my stance, like I say, you can ask me anything. Ivana Rakic, good morning. Great to see you in the chat. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday morning or Friday evening, depending on where you're from. Hope you are well. So yeah, this is field number 2. And this is woodland number 2, which I definitely want to walk through, because this area used to be known as the Magnet Centre, which sounds really like impressive, doesn't it? You know, oh, let's go down the Magnet Centre. Right, it's not as it's not as interesting as it might sound. Basically, when I was growing up, there used to be a swing set, like a kid's swing set in the middle of what we call Magnet Park, and all the swings were in like almost like a cross. So when you're swinging, you're actually looking at the person who's swinging towards you. Obviously loads of fun as a kid, massive amounts of fun as a kid. But I do know that they've taken that swing set down. You know, with the late 2000s health and safety scares, everything disappeared for kids. You know what I mean? Like, parks were getting ripped down, swing sets were getting ripped down, which is sad really. But you know, we live in an age now where if you want a hobby, if you want something to do, you've got to get out there and you've got to find it yourself. Holy moly, some of these branches are looking a little bit cautious. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. All fun was stopped. Again, maybe that's because I'm one of the last of the generation, you know, that did have a lot of fun, but was also told, you know, stiff upper lip and all that crap. So yeah, maybe it's just the fact that I'd gone from, you know, being an adolescent and then a late teenager into my adult years. Like, everything, like, all fun has stopped. Like, again, I don't want to turn this morning live into anything negative, but it's bloody depressing, guys. Like, it's that depressing. Like, it's to the point where, like, I used to be quite the outlandish guy, you know, just a bit like Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey. Like, you know, I'd do silly things which would get a laugh. But now, if I try anything like that, I get looked at like I should be locked away in an asylum. Yeah, no, 20-foot slides, you know. Like, and even what you can see here, like, I'm showing a really bad angle of it, but rope swings over creeks, like, the art of having free fun has disappeared massively. If you want fun now, guys, guess what? You need to pay an admission fee or a subscription, either monthly or yearly, which is disgusting. And this is why I'm taking the time out. Well, I say taking the time out, I've got all the time in the world, but I'm just enjoying the free things in life. You know what I mean? I'm getting very deep lungfuls of oxygen, which I thank the trees and all the plantation for. But I thought to myself when I woke up this morning, I was like, what are you going to do today? Are you just going to lay around all day and feel sorry for yourself? Or are you going to get showered? Are you going to make yourself a drink? And are you going to go outside into the big world, Adam, learn how to talk, and just be at one with nature? And I understand some people might be like, oh, that's hoity-toity, that's fairy nonsense, or whatever people want to call it. But, you know, human beings have completely lost touch with nature. I'm going to go to the left first. I think there's another fairly open field. But I just feel with the technology age and things like AI, and I just feel there's no compassion in the world anymore. Like, we've lost base on so many subjects, you know, even just as human beings. Like, if I didn't do this morning and get up and go live and have a few people in my chat, like, I wouldn't have spoke to anyone today. I would have just sat there and pretended everything was okay when it's not. But instead, I've kicked myself in the ass and I've said, no, Adam, no, get up. Because as much as we like to profess that, you know, our lives aren't as great as we wanted them to be or wished them to be, what I do have to remind myself is that there's so many more people worse off. Again, the thing about the world and life is like, it's contextual, you know, there's comparables left, right and centre. BBA, that's, I've just seen your message, that's brilliant. But the thing about mentality is like, it's all down to you folks. It's all down to you, it's all down to me, it's all down to the individual, sorry. You know, we can wallow away in self-pity. We can wallow away in self-pity and, you know, think that we're not good enough or don't think we deserve anything. But let me tell you guys right now, right here, everybody in this world deserves a slice of happiness. Everybody does. You know, this planet was made for all of us, not just a few of us. So even if you believe that your life isn't taking the pathway you wanted it to, just keep going, man. It's so ironic how how a walk and talk and ask me anything has kind of turned into me not projecting, but just trying to make people aware that like the mental state can be hard to deal with. It really can, and that's just not from my own personal situation. That's for everyone. You know, nobody really understands the mind and the brain. But if you can just enjoy one thing every day, just one small thing that you can find happiness in, do it. Just go out and do it. As long as you're not doing anything illegal, as long as you're not breaking into people's houses and stealing items that aren't yours, and you're not doing anything morally wrong. Well, you know, morally is a grey area because some people have them, some people don't. But if seriously, if there's something that you enjoy doing, please, carpe diem, seize the moment, get out there and just give it a go, man. Just as stupid as you think it might be. Ah, TSC, good morning, sir. Am I coming to Cannock Chase at Halloween, mate? Do you know what? I'd absolutely love to, mate, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Like, again, financially, I'm kind of on I put myself on the back burner in terms of finances recently because, you know, there's Berlin to pay for. And if I don't start sorting the spending money out now, I'm going to have nought to go with. So there is that. Don't get me wrong, I will be tuned in with you and Nemo from Cannock Chase. Wheels Bullion Coins, good morning, Seth. Glad to have you in the chat. How are you this fine Saturday? Hope you are well. But yeah, moving back onto Cannock, like, oh, I know that's going to be a great evening. You and Mr. Numismatics. Oh, it's going to be an absolute howl. An absolute howl. Yes, nerd, do it. Do it. But again, only do it if you want to do it. Like, just because somebody, again in life, just because somebody else is doing it, it doesn't mean that, you know, you have to strap a pair of boots on and get out there. Craven's going as well. Oh no. Oh, yeah, it's literally the end of the month, isn't it? Could I make it? Could I make it? I might just be able to make it, you know. I'll tell you what, TFC, I'll once I'm done with my live today, I'll drop you a message over on Stacker Social and try and see if I can get a bit more detail in about, you know, where and whatever, where people are meeting, when people are meeting, all that kind of stuff. Will's Bullion Coins, I'm good, mate. Just thinking the same as Nerd Lane here. Whining I was out walking, or wishing I was out walking. Yes, guys, do it. Do it. If I can just be the beacon of inspiration for you guys today, then let me shine. Because I tell you what, I've been that guy living in the dark, and I've been looking for that inspiration. And do you know what? I've actually said, balls to this, I am going to be my inspiration. I am going to be the reason I get up in the morning. So if I can, again, if I can just give you a modicum of just hope and inspiration to have a better day, then I think I am back. If I am back and you can hear me, can you put a 1 in the chat? That would be wonderful. Just had a little disconnection, so I want to make sure you guys are still with me. Yeah, cheers for that, nerd. There's always one, isn't there? Or should I say there's always two. Again, I don't know how much of that you missed. Thank you, BBA. Nerd, thank you. Will's Bullion Coins, thank you for letting me know I'm back. Again, I don't know how much of that you actually just missed. Probably not a lot. But all I was saying is, I was just echoing, if you want to do something, guys, don't fear it. Don't fear the failure. Don't fear, you know, don't fear the upward learning curve, which there is going to be. Probably meeting at Castle Ring, we'll investigate there, the German War Cemetery and the Tower. You should definitely come, mate. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, again, TSC. I'm trying to get all my ducks in alignment. Pardon the pun. Yeah, I'm just trying to get all my ducks in order, mate. I've got a lot that I'm working on. Personally, that is. There's a lot that I'm working on, and there's a lot of what's the word or term I'm looking for? Well, there's going to be a lot of like self-building over the next few months. So whether I manage to make it to Cannock or not, my biggest goal for me is making Berlin and making Berlin special for me. Because again, I don't want to pay for this trip away and then realise that it's got to like the 15th of January and I've not yet saved any money. So I almost fraudulently trademarked your quote then, you're saying, but we shall leave that for this evening, shall we? What's down here? This is the way that I came up, isn't it? Yeah. TSC, I believe Silver Punks might has a phone, backing onto the choice. I might infiltrate. You can see a wild man in a mankini running. Ah, no. That would absolutely freak everybody out, mate. Imagine that. Everyone's just getting slightly paranoid around the fire. There's a little rustle in the bush, or a little snap twig, and all of a sudden there's a wild Nerd UK wearing his fluorescent green mankini. Just the imagery alone is enough to make a man chortle. No, you do make me laugh, sir. You do make me laugh. But yeah, where are we going this time? Should we slip down this way? I think there's a little settling in the clearing, or there's a little clearing in the settling, should I say? If I've come the right way, that is. With a last tick there for some. No, them things are crazy. I've watched videos of people like blowing them whistles, like in the mountains and in valleys and that, and oh my days, those things sound scary. Like even now, like it's pretty much broad daylight. Yeah, I'm under canopy. That's a beautiful tree right there. Okay, so this isn't where I thought I was, but this is the brilliance of adventure. But as I was saying, like even now, like I'm underneath, you can probably just see the M6 motorway, fruit brush. But even now, like If I had one of them Aztec death whistles now in broad daylight, I would poop my pants. TSC, thank you for dropping in this morning. I do appreciate that. You get yourself off to work, have a good day, stay safe, and keep being a legend. So, TSC, I shall catch you in the Stack Chat this evening. Have a good one, sir. Right, what was I saying? I 3D printed one, it sounds like a woman's. Nerd, you've 3D printed an Aztec screaming whistle. You are a you are a menace to society, you are. Absolute menace. But like I say, like, I don't exactly know where I am. I know where I am in terms of like the wooded area and being so close to the motorway, but I'm just now seeing views and creeks and little bridges that I've never even come across before. And again, this is what adventure's all about. Like, I could have quite happily stayed in the house and just, you know, lay under the blanket with a cup of coffee, like feeling safe about the world. But no, get yourselves out, man. Get yourselves out. How long have we been running for? 37 minutes. Jeez. Like, now I understand stacking with Craven and TSC and all the other fantastic guys that do lives in the community. Now I understand what they say. Like, I've been talking for almost 40 minutes now, and it doesn't feel like 40 minutes. Most probably because I've got a little bit of audience to speak to and to converse with. But even still, I'm just so happy that I made this choice to come out today. Because I'll be honest with you guys, you know, some of you know that I'm on this addiction to freedom journey, which is going, let's just say. Whether it's going well or not is yet to be seen. But one of the big reasons I came out this morning is because I'm treating today as day one again. Excuse me. I'm treating today as day one again. I'm going to try and not smoke today, whether that's cigarettes or whether that's cannabis. And again, I was thinking to myself, what are you going to do, lad? You're going to sit here all day sober with your thoughts? Or are you just going to get out there and do something different on the day? Do you know what I mean? So I decided the latter, and I told myself, you know what, no. Make today a completely different day than others. Yeah, I think I got another forager here. We've got a guy anyway. Right, I'm just going to point you down to the floor, okay, guys? Because I don't know who this is and I don't know why he's walking towards me. Good morning, sir. How are we? Yeah, not too bad.
You walking?
Yes, just walking. What are you doing? Walking, foraging, looking? Are you looking?
Yeah.
For a mushroom?
No.
Oh, just walking, yes? Okay. Yeah, you come down here, it looked like I see you looking on the floor, so I thought you might have been looking for the beautiful mushroom. Anyway, you have a good day, sir. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. No comment. Yeah, obviously there was nobody about like all morning, and then all of a sudden someone just comes flying out the bush like he's a magical pixie. And to be honest, the way he was walking up to me, like, this is why I had to carry on talking, because he was walking up to me like he was about to ask me something, like, oh, what are you doing here? Or get off the grounds, or give me your phone. I don't know. I don't know, but I was ready for it anyway. He seemed like a nice chap. Yeah, weirdo, maybe not. But then again, mate, like, BBA, who looks more weirder to the outside public? One guy walking on his own, or one guy walking on his own talking to a phone? I hope it's not a dog inside. No, I hope it is, mate. I've been looking for a little bit of excitement in my life. If I walk past a 1984 Ford Cortina and it's a rocking and the windows are steaming, you better bet your bottom dollar that I'm taking the video camera out. Oh, of course I am. I'm only joking, YouTube. I am joking. That's clearly a felony, or whatever we like to call it in this country. Oh no, you've put me in a silly mood, mate. Which is never a bad thing, never a bad thing. Oh man. Well, it seems like my thermos survived the early tree drop. But I think it just goes to prove it's not like a real thermos, it's a drinking flask, so no glass in there. So thankfully when it fell out the tree, it survived the fall, it didn't perish. But, well, I think I should though. Yeah, I think I'll just walk back through, head on home. I've done 41, 42 minutes. Again, this was really only ever going to be like a bit of a test, just to see how lives work, to be honest. Would have been nice to do it through Streamlabs, but I don't know, me and Streamlabs aren't getting on at the moment, so just thought I'd get the phone, open up YouTube, click go live. And I have still been looking out for magic mushrooms. I mean mushrooms, YouTube, mushrooms, fungi, just normal mushrooms, nothing spectacular about them. I've still been keeping an eye out, but I don't think it's been damp enough recently. I don't think there's been. Yeah, look at my trousers and my boots. Like, there's plenty of dew about, but yeah, maybe I'm just looking in the right places. Because I know they don't particularly grow around silver birch, but that's mainly what's inside of these woods is silver birch. There's the odd oak tree, the odd sycamore. Okay, chaps, I'm getting up and getting myself going. No, that's great to hear, mate. Again, thank you for dropping by. I really do appreciate that. Everybody that's coming today, everybody that's commented. Do you know what? I am not even going up that hill. Or do I? Do you know what? Let's fucking do it for the lols. Do it for the tube. Yeah, no, thank you for popping by. Cheers for commenting. Cheers for keeping the chat going. You go and have yourself a great day now, okay, sir? Right, I'm gonna get up this bleeding now, so give me a couple of seconds. Here we go. Run. You want me to run? Hey, Jesus Christ, it is steeper than I thought it was. Good job, I'm wearing Rockport boots for the grip. Hey. Oh, my poor hammies and my poor quads. They were not ready for that at all. But there's a nice bit of early exercise for the boys. Well, nerd. Big respect, my mate. You keep being an awesome member of the community. Keep being an awesome guy. Have yourself a fantastic day, nerd, and I'll more than likely see you in and around Stacker Social. Oi, 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 glasses are steamed up and everything. Oi, oi, oi. Take care, nerd. Couple of deep breaths after that manic uphill run. Yeah, that hill's a lot steeper than I remember. I mean, obviously I went down it on the way out, but oi, 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 coming up it is a different kettle of fish, folks, I have to admit. When I was a kid, that hill was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, my shoes come undone, but I'm not putting everything down to tie it up. I'll be disconnecting soon anyway, so obviously I don't want you all to know geologically where I live. Right. Oh, what's this little bad boy? Not sure what that is. I mean, it's definitely not in the range of things that I was looking for. Let's have a look, yeah. Lots of spores underneath. Very flat cap. Not sure what that is. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll throw this here and let those spores spread and germinate. Eesh. That's a bit weird, eh? Oh, there's a couple more of them, like a little cluster here. Yeah, not entirely sure what they are, but it's nice to know that something's growing locally. It's great to see. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so what we at? 47 minutes. Okay, I'll take it to 50. I'll go to 50 minutes and then I'll call it a morning. I've had a stretch of the legs. Gotten some beautiful oxygen into the lungs. Yeah, it's this way, isn't it? Just making sure that I don't take the wrong track. Otherwise I'll end up in Leamington. Obviously that's an exaggeration, but just trying to remain jovial, you know. Life is too serious sometimes, and it's just nice to have a bit of fun, nice to have a bit of a laugh. This way. Yeah, I remember this youngling tree here. Oi, oi, oi. So again, well, we've got a couple of minutes left. Just want to thank you all for popping in this morning. Kind of didn't expect it. It was a little bit early on a Saturday morning. So yeah, guys, I absolutely appreciate and respect every single one of you. Turning up this morning and showing me support on a little morning walk. So I'm going to leave this live with the usual housework. If you're here live, brilliant. If you're not, if you're watching this on a catch-up, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Hit that like button. It is completely free and it helps the algorithm and it helps get content creators like me out there. Also, don't forget to hit the bell so you can get notified on any future uploads or lives that I do. And last but not least, get your comments down in the comment section below. Tell me what you'd like to see from me. Tell me what you'd like to hear from me. And until then, this is Villainous Bounty with my first live on YouTube. Everybody, please go and have yourself a fantastic day. Peace and love.